Hey everyone, grace and peace. This is Charles here with your Midweek Recharge. And this week I want to talk a little bit about self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, what do I mean by self-fulfilling prophecy? Well, it's that idea that you come up with an idea, you have kind of a mind, a mind. Yes, we all have a mind. You have an idea in your mind of what might happen or the way things should go or could go. And because your focus is on that particular outcome, that particular scenario, it comes to pass. It's the idea, the concept that if you tell yourself, if you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't feel great, this is going to be a miserable day, guess what? You're probably going to have a miserable day. Versus if you wake up and you don't feel great, but you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to work through this. We're going to have a great day. And this rough start is not going to predict the outcome of the rest of the day. There's a good chance that you're going to have better outcomes. So I'm thinking a little bit about a report that I heard recently. It's a survey, actually. KPMG did a survey of, I think they polled 1,000 CEOs across the country, and something like 90% of the CEOs polled felt like we were headed toward a recession. And of that 90%, more than 3/4, I may have the data mixed up. It might be 75% thought that we were headed toward a recession. And of the 75%, 90% thought that it was going to be a severe recession, not a blip, that it was going to be like a sustained kind of a big deal. And so if the head of your company is thinking the country is headed towards a severe recession, don't you imagine that the head of your company is going to then start to behave in such a way to anticipate that recession, which may in fact bring about the recession? Self-fulfilling prophecy. You with me now? You get it, right? So what does that have to do with the recharge? Well, my challenge to you this week is to put your mind, to put your effort, your emphasis, your focus on positive outcomes, to do the best that you can do to try to see your way through a difficult scenario. Last week we talked about that we can find strength in weakness, that Paul wrote, when he's weak, then he's strong, because he's not relying on himself, he's relying on God. My challenge to you is to find your strength, to find your way through a difficult scenario, not because you've got it all figured out, but because God does. Let that be your recharge.